the Ivy Robotics channel. Today we're going to be going over what you'll need to install the brass inserts into your fuselage. Let's go ahead and get started. For this process, you're going to need a soldering iron, something to protect your table or workspace with, your fuselage, which should be fresh out of the printer. If you haven't already, go ahead and take off the supports, and it should be free, as you see here. The next couple things you'll need are 440 brass inserts that you can find on McMaster, as well as 8/32 inserts. Now what you're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with the 8/32, which are the bigger of the two. You're going to find the bigger holes, which are going to be used for the landing gears. What you're going to go ahead and do, put that insert in and give it a little push. What that's going to do is it's going to sit inside of that hole, and it's going to provide you a little bit of a leeway to where you can pick up your soldering iron, and this should be set to at least 650 degrees Fahrenheit if that's possible. If not, any temperature should work as long as it melts the plastic. Now all you're going to do is take your tip, go ahead and put it inside of that insert, and just kind of push down. What you should see happening is that insert going into the plastic, and as soon as that brim reaches the top of that insert, you're just going to let it sit and let it dry into the plastic. Now repeat that process for the next 3 holes for these bigger 8/32 inserts, and you should be done with those. You can go ahead and set those out to the side. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take these 440 inserts, which should be the smaller of the two, and you're going to locate the smaller holes on the fuselage. These are going to house the 440 inserts, and you're just going to repeat the same thing as you did last time. You're going to find the hole, push that insert in a little bit so that it can sit. And I have to specify, because on these inserts there's only one specific way they can go in. The bigger part should be facing up, and the smaller lip should be the one going inside the hole. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your soldering iron, and you're going to go ahead and press into that. Now what this is doing is it's transferring the heat from the soldering iron to the brass insert and melting the plastic around it. The reason why it does this is because brass is very conductive and it transfers heat very easily. You should know when you're done, when it sits into that hole and you are able to see that the top of the insert is now level with the hole. After you've inserted that brass insert, you're going to go ahead and repeat this process for the next 7 holes on the bottom. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and flip the fuselage on its side. You should notice on the side plate sides that there's going to be 2 holes per side, and there should be 8 total holes for this process. On this side, you're going to repeat the same process as you repeated on the bottom. You're going to take the insert, put it in the hole, press it down as best as you can, take your soldering iron, press it down, make sure you're not going off to the sides but it's going flush and straight into that hole, like so, and you should know that you're done when it sits flush with the hole. Now repeat this for the next 7 holes as we move on to the next step. This next step is going to be a little bit more challenging. This step is going to require you taking the fuselage and flipping it upside down. Then you're going to locate the hole on the top cover above the 2 holes that you just worked on. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take that brass insert. You might want to consider using tweezers for this step. Go ahead and grab that brass insert and put it in that hole. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do what you did for the last couple steps. You're going to go and push it in, make sure it's kind of snug in there, take your soldering iron, and go in at an angle. Now this isn't really subject to what I'm doing here. You can do it your own way, whatever works best for you. What you're going to do, go ahead and push that down until it's flush with that hole. With this step, you can see that it's now in that top cover, and the hole should be filled here. Now repeat this for the next 4, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the boom arms. Make sure that the bottom of the drone is facing up. Locate where the boom arm goes, and look on the inside of the fuselage. You should notice that there's a hole for the insert just like any of the other brass inserts. Make sure that the insert is facing in the correct orientation, and just note that the insert only goes in one way. Now, when you have it seated, go ahead and pick up your soldering iron. Make sure you're putting it in through the side plate area. That's the easiest way to get to this insert. And just go ahead and press down. This process is going to be the same as any of the other inserts. And once you have it done, it should just be seated in there. This would be a good time to let it dry, let it cool, and then make sure you test it with one of the screws. Repeat this for the next 3 holes for the next 3 boom arms, and your fuselage should be complete. This is what your fuselage should look like after you successfully installed all your brass inserts. This will be a good time to go ahead and check that your screws actually screw in and thread in properly. Make sure you check your 8/32 as well as your 4/40. Now, if you have any more questions, feel free to leave us a comment down in the comment section, or come reach out to us in our Discord server. If you would like any of the parts or the part files for this print, make sure you go check out our website at ivyrobotics.com, or check out the link in the description below. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. We'll see you in the next one. He says that after every...